Good afternoon, guys. This is KT Intuition. This is Kendra. Sunday afternoon. It's a little dreary now, but at least it's not raining here in Massachusetts. Honestly, it's been raining for days, so today it just felt extremely fitting that I do a reading. I felt comfortable doing a reading today, and I felt like I needed to. I'm just going to do a general reading for the collective meaning for everyone, and then we'll go from there. My intuition isn't setting any certain type of intention on this, just to give us some information and the answers that we need. It's my clear quartz. Clear quartz. You can see it. It's absolutely stunning. Is one of my crystals that literally think of the clarity of the crystal. It is a clearing crystal. It clears the energies out. So I did kind of go through earlier and get rid of the previous energies on the deck. I do highly believe in energy exchange. It is everywhere. Everything on this earth gives off energy. Living things, plants give off energy. Sounds give off energy. It's just everything. I do have my crystals, and everything was pretty much set up ahead of time for just the ease of the reading. I did sage my space and San Paulo my space before I began, just to clear the energy and bring in the energy that the higher power in my intuition hopefully will pick up the messages that we need to hear today. I feel compelled today to actually start with the Visions of the Soul meditation and portal cards. So just to see where the energy's at and see where we're going with that. This particular reading, I'm not going to have any type of structure. I'm just going to let the cards that need to pop out, and let the energy find us. So please, Spirit, help me send the messages today for the collective, and hopefully we'll get some specifics for people that really need to hear the messages, including myself. So again, this is Visions of the Soul. And I gotta tell you right off the bat, whether you think I'm crazy or not, I'm getting a slight tingly feeling on the top of the left side of my head, and usually I get that when my intuition is at its highest. It means that I'm on the right path. Lately, I've especially been seeing numbers, if you're into numerology. 1111, 111 has just been everywhere in my life, which means basically that you're on the right path. And when you see repetitive numbers like that, you kind of want to pay attention of what you're thinking of at the time, because all of these repetitive numbers that come in synchronicities mean something. They really do, and you really need to pay attention to them. All right, so I call upon Spirit to please give me the messages that we need to hear. All right, I think we're done with that. Why is it called KT Intuition? Because a lot of times I have that little voice in the back of my head that tells me something, and for years I never listened to it. And then like a week later I'd be like, oh my goodness, I thought that, I felt that, why didn't I listen? That is something that everybody is capable of. That is literally your body's response to energies. It's your intuition. Everybody has it. Everybody can utilize it. You just got to realize and trust it and go with the flow. As the camera just did some weird lighty up thing, that to me was just a sign, because there's no sun that just came in the window. So that was a little strange. I don't know if you guys saw that. That lit up completely. So anyway, the little confirmation. All right, so we have the throat chakra, number 5. Throat chakra communication. Literally responsible for how we communicate, not only for ourselves, but in the world with others. So right now, I have a feeling that I'm compelled to say that the communication around the world is just not setting the space correctly. It's just not coming through, and we all really need to work on that communication. Even if it's communication of negative things, there is a way to express negative things with a positive vibe. Then next we have the heart, the higher heart chakra. The higher, number 9. The higher heart chakra. Well, it is pretty much what it says it is, your heart space. If that is not in line and in balance with everything else, nothing is going to go right. You need to be in balance with all your chakras. For those of you that know anything about chakras, there's 7 main chakras. And when one of them gets out of balance, it throws everything for a loop. So you got to constantly try and balance them and keep them in check. For instance, if your checkbook is not balanced, you will be completely out of the loop of where your finances are. You need to do the same thing with your body and your energy inside of your body. You need to keep them in check. No pun intended. Heart chakra indicates love. But what most people need to truly understand, and I know it's cliche and we all say it, it stems from self-love. Loving yourself first. When you can truly love and identify with who you are inside and out, knowing your faults, accepting them, then when it comes to others, you can accept that they will also accept your faults, which is literally the meaning of unconditional true love. Not really that difficult on paper, not really that difficult verbally, mentally extremely difficult. Most people take almost a whole lifetime to understand that. And as you get older and wiser, you start to see that it's the main component. It's the main component. Everyone says it, like take care of yourself and then everything will lead. But it's extremely important and it's extremely accurate. Okay, the next card we have is the crown chakra. What is the crown chakra? Literally, again, it is the crown. What is the crown? Where does the crown go? Where does the king and queen put a crown? On the top of their head. It is the connection between you and the divine, you and the higher power, you and whatever you believe in, and it connects you. And you need to recognize that it's always there. We all do, because there is a higher power. There are many types of different religions and different belief systems. As long as it's not hurting anybody, I truly believe that any type of belief system, knowing that it belongs to a higher power and we only have so much control in our life is completely essential. Yes, we are given this lifetime and we are given all these things, but depending on which way you choose and which way you communicate with your higher power through your crown chakra is the way that you're going to make decisions. Hence, I believe, this is my personal belief, that your crown chakra has a lot to do with your morals and your values, because when your morals and values are grounded in the heart chakra, which is love, and if they're grounded in the throat chakra, which is communication, and all these are in balance, then you're able to communicate and use your heart space in order to see the higher power, in order to make the right decisions, and to spend and have a loving life. Now, I'm sitting here before you and telling you that that is like mind-blowing to hear. On the same token, I do understand that life gets in the way. Trust me, I am financially strapped, and I think everybody is at this time. The whole world is struggling. Everything's going up. Prices, things, just the normal spaces to rent out for homes if you don't already own a home, apartments, the rates, everything is absolutely ridiculous. So it's very hard out there, and I understand. The next card that came out is number 14, Metatron. So I actually have to read from the guidebook on this card. But it's actually funny because after what I just said, Metatron is the card that embodies the angelic realm, and it connects us to the cosmic energies that flow from us, the earth, us, from us individually to a higher power. So it's pretty much confirmation of what I just said. It's representing evolving universe, and every conscious and unconscious thought or action you make contributes to the evolution of life. Ascension. And I don't know what song it is. My husband actually brought it up to me. I think it's Eminem, where he talks about in order to have ascension, you need to descend first. And that goes along with the old cliche of when you hit your rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. In order to reach ascension, your highest power, your highest good, your purpose, sometimes you have to descend in order to learn those lessons. And those lessons suck. Some of them are so freaking hard. And some of them, it's going to take you years to discover why you had to go through them. But eventually you are going to have your aha moment, and you are going to be like, okay, so now I get it. I was put in that negative situation in that place because now I can use my discernment later in life to get through this situation. It's all coinciding. If you look back at your life, you can pinpoint every individual decision based off the occurrences in your life, and then you can see how they affected your future. History repeats itself only if you let it. I hope you understand that, and I hope that comes easy to you, because it's not easy. Nobody said that this is going to be easy. This is a test. This is a test in order for you to get where you need to be, in order for you to fulfill your purpose. And that's what this card represents. It also represents it like creativity, and it's more of a masculine balance, cosmic activation using your crown chakra, and it's coming right after the crown chakra card. Then we have number 10. I'm going to have to read from the guidebook. It says, you stand at the threshold of awakening your greatest potential through psychic awareness of what you as a being fully encompass. Hence going back to knowing that if you have good communication, an open heart space, a connection with the divine, and that you understand that there's a higher power, that you'll be able to have that psychic awareness. Hence when we were talking about intuition. No knowledge with this card, no knowledge of past, present, or future is out of reach. Accepting responsibility that comes along with this must be taken. Life is no longer simple about individuals blinding living from day to day. Life is no longer simple. Blindly living from day to day, allowing yourself to take time to integrate knowledge of the cosmos. Knowing and understanding that there's more than just us. We're one big group. We're one big living, breathing organism. You are still a physical body, which for the time being has a physical limitation. But in time, this integration will become easier and quicker. But it's a process you must allow to unfold in divine timing. You, as a soul, must recognize that once you are given access to the knowledge, How you wield it will determine its benefit to you and the world. This knowledge is a gift to all of humanity. Let me repeat that. This knowledge of a higher power is a gift to all of humanity and needs to be shared willingly for the highest good. That is a beautiful sentiment. That is a gorgeous card, which kind of sums that all up. And I truly like that. All right, so I'm just going to place these over here. I'm going to put amethyst on there. All right, let's get into some personal romantic for the collective. This is the Romance Angels Oracle cards. Just add some romance to this. There is no direction of this reading. Like I said earlier, it's just completely haywire, and I am just going with my intuition. So let's go with, oh, that was a 3-fer. Let's see if we can get any more. Spirit, please give us the messages that we need to hear at this time from the Romance Angels Oracle card deck. Okay, sometimes I get little voices in my head, and for a long time I thought I was like insane. I think everybody gets them, but we kind of just ignore them as abnormal. Maybe not everybody gets them, but this voice is telling me to look at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to do that. We'll do that first. In the bottom of the deck we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, let's see if we can unravel this story. We get a strong magnetic attraction. If you actually can look in the card, they're exchanging like an orb of energy between the two of them as they sit there in each other's arms. Then we have religious factors. This is your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, which would go along with the chemistry. Passion, allow your heart and soul to swing with joy. Remember to be passionate. Not only with yourself, but with the people around you. And calling in your soulmates. Ooh, somebody's calling in their soulmates. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Manifesting. So, if you want this romantic relationship, you need to look for these things. Chemistry. Religious factors. Not necessarily a denomination set religion, but you're going to have the same morals, belief systems. Passion. You're going to be passionate for yourself and allow yourself to be passionate. And all those things, you're calling in your soulmate. Manifestation. You can manifest these things by allowing the self-love in, and you'll attract this. Literally, you will attract what you search for. Have you ever said, a perfect example, which is like super simple and silly, have you ever said, oh, I haven't heard from George in like a couple of months now. I wonder how he's doing. And then you kind of just, mull it over in your brain, but then it goes in one ear, out the other, and one thought out the other. And within the next few days, you hear from George or somebody talks about George, and you haven't been in a situation where George is brought up for months. That is your thoughts manifesting, and you do it all the time. You just have to pay attention to it. Now, if you can harness that, which I myself am a victim of not harnessing that all the time because we get run over with the daily grind of life. If you can harness that manifestation, what you think you will become, and our greatest leaders of this country and other countries and of the world say that with conviction and with fact. Next, I feel compelled to do the Friends deck. Super excited. My daughter got this for me for Christmas. And with the passing of Matthew Perry, which was like super sad. My goodness, so sad. But you know what? I think I didn't read his book. I still kind of want to read his book about addiction and what he went through, but I'm sure he helped so many people that he didn't even realize. Not even through his journey, his path that was rough, that was completely televised all the time and scrutinized and put on media for everyone to see. But just through the show, too, his comedy relief and, you know, the way he did things. All right, so let's pull from the Friends deck. Oh, excuse me. Bless me. Sorry. I've been down and out with a cold for the past few days. And I have like this constant tingly, burning feeling in my nose, and it's just awful. And like every 20 minutes I have to sneeze. I'm getting better. I've been drinking tea that I made with turmeric and ginger in it, and actually orange rinds, and lemon rinds, and cinnamon, and an oolong tea bag in there, and I've been drinking it. So I feel like it's helping. All right. Spirits, please give us the messages that we need to hear today. No direction. Just give us the messages that we need to hear that are extremely important. And we're using the Friends deck today because we are all friends here. We don't have major enemies at this time that we're aware of. And if we do, we're going to pretend that we're a walking ball of fire and block that energy out. Oh, judgment flew out. We're not going to be judged or let other people judge us, or we're not going to hold judgment for ourselves. We'll come back to that. That's hilarious. See how this flows? It always coincides. Oh, we have the King of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. It's Phoebe. I'm going to pull them first, and then I'm going to go over them afterwards. All right, give us the messages that we need to hear. The name Sarah just came up out of the blue. So if there is a Sarah that happens to be watching this, I actually thought of this name a couple weeks ago, and I know like a couple acquaintances that I've worked with in the past named Sarah. I don't really know. Oh, this Sarah J. Huh, Sarah J. Maybe this is meant for you. But this next card is 100% intuition meant for Sarah. Or if you know someone named Sarah. Oh, that was too much. That was just me fumbly. Okay, what is this message that's supposed to be coming out for Sarah? Give me this message for Sarah. And there it is. Strength. Flipped over. Knight of Wands. Flipped over. Five of Pentacles. Flipped over. And the Magician. Flipped over. So I'm actually going to take these. And even though I have the energy going on right now, I'm going to put them under my geode right here. Because that is specifically for Sarah. Seriously. I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to do clarification with a regular Rider-Waite deck for that energy, and then we're going to read the cards. Please give us another specific. Oh, that one flipped over in the deck. Get that. Three of Swords. If you're a Sarah, you're going through some pain. Right, but you also, in the Sarah pile, you also have the Magician. The Magician means that you're in control of that. So the Magician has all of the aspects in front of it. It has the Pentacles, the Swords, the Wands, the Cups, and it has a magic wand. It goes back to manifestation. You're the one that has control of the situation. That pain you're in control of. Will act for pennies. Money. Pentacles. Financially unstable. Very difficult. Knight of Wands. Strength. Strength. All right, I gotta look into this. All right, so the first card that we pulled for you was Strength. Strength is literally what it sounds like it is. It's upholding strength within, that it is in you. Then the next card we have is the Knight of Wands. This card, Monica on it, from Friends, on a horse. And the horse is bucking, if you will. The top half of the horse is off the ground, but she's stabilized on the horse. That horse is up in the air. It looks like it's going to buck you off. But in reality, this card represents your strength and perseverance. Strength. This card represents your ability to control that strength. Then the next card you got was the Five of Pentacles. If you look at this card, it's Joey outside with a sign that says, "Will act for pennies." And I'm going to relate this to the show, Friends. When Joey was down on his luck and he was literally trying to become an actor, and every avenue that he took, it just wasn't going anywhere. No money, he was down and out, and he was struggling. I mean, he had his friends help him out. Financially in need, financial chaos, financial ruin. But he was trying because he had that strength and that Knight of Wands energy, the energy to pursue, and he had the strength to keep on going and keep on trying and acting. Whoever this person is, everything's falling apart and you're hitting hard times. But you're still staying in your strength, and you're still staying in your energy of power. And then you have the Magician. The Magician, I know, goes last, but we pulled it third, or actually we pulled it fourth. The Magician is the ability to control your circumstances. Your magician is exactly what it says it is. Think of a magician. What does a magician do? A magician manipulates a situation through illusion. Your situation is what it is because you are the magician. You're the one that controls it. You're the one that has the effect of the love that you truly desire and deserve. If this is due to a relationship, which I feel like it is relationship based, basically what it's telling you is that this Magician card also represents love. So either the relationship that you're in, if it continues, you need to pursue it, show strength and balance, and even though you're going through financial issues, you need to secure it and maintain your energy and your strength. If it is something that you no longer want in your life, then you have to recognize that and let it go. And then the next card we got is the Three of Swords. Now, doesn't that, I mean, look at it. It has a heart, has the 3 swords through it. It's so much pain. It's painful and sadness. And you know what? Hurtful decisions, hurtful things. Extreme pain, just extreme pain. So whoever this is for, you have the strength and the magician to change the situation you're in. I'm not really sure what situation you're in. You're down on your luck, but you have so much strength and perseverance. And at the Knight of Wands, you have the energy to sustain this, but you have so much heartbreak and pain all around you. This actually might signify some sort of grief or longing. I don't get the grief of losing a person, though. I get the grief of losing a relationship that you've always wanted, but that you thought was good, but technically really isn't. It's just that you wanted to be in it. So I hope, if that's for someone, I want to clarify that with another card, because that just speaks heartbroken. So we got to get to the another clarify. This is a regular Rider-Waite, but the thing cool about this is it has like the signs and the symbols. And let's see if we can, this is definitely made for a Sarah. I know that sounds weird. Maybe your last name Sarah, your middle name, your first name, something's going on with Sarah. Shuffle, please spirits, give us a clarifying message. Oh, that was quick. We got another 5, so you have 2 5s in here. 55. 55 has the power and the energy of ending. Whoever this is for, it's time to end it. It's time to end it. And it's telling you, you have the strength. And you might be down on your luck, but you're the magician. You can lead this illusion of your life wherever you want to. And it's going to be painful, and it sucks. But you pulled the King of Wands to clarify all of this. The King of Wands is a dynamic of a leader. Strong. Somebody that can use their discernment to make the right decisions, to make their life more powerful and more meaning. It also, it represents a fire sign. So if energy, fire sign gives off a lot of energy. It also is visionary, successful, expansion, like such expansion on who you are and who you are becoming, and will, not only power, but will, the will to do what you think is right. And in order to pursue your happiness, whoever this is for, and I know it seems like it's all over the place, but somebody's going through some shiznit, and there's so much heartbreak here, but in the end, you're going to be the leader and you're going to be the magician. And in the end, it just looks like you're going to win. You're going to make the choices that are good for you. And it may take you a long time to get there, but you're going to get there. I mean, it represents like a lot of conflict and a lot of movement. 100%, like a lot. Like a lot going on in this, whatever this relationship dynamic is, there's a lot going on. I can't get off of this, so I need to pull another card on that. Yeah, I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle. Starseed Oracle is more like a cosmic based deck. It's with your connection of the higher power and how you view things. So for some of you, it might be kind of outlandish, but please give us a message from the higher power to clarify the situation of pain, but also have it, oh, jeez, that top card, called. Okay, let's put that away. Let's see what other messages we get. Please give us the clarifies for the situation. This is not how I thought this was going to go. And that I'm just going with my intuition. Just going with the flow. Just going with the flow. Please give me the messages that I need to hear And there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, you got called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. If you're sick of this pain-based situation, the soul guidance is telling you in order to get rid of that or get through it, whatever you decide, it's use your discernment in the situation if it's relevant to you, but you need to step it up. Whatever direction you think that you want to go in, you need to choose and you need to just step it up and do it. The other clarifier is empathetic starseed, energetic absorbing what's not yours. Oh my goodness. This is literally giving the vibes of whatever this pain is, you technically don't cause it. This person has some issues. They're not bad at their seed. They just have some getting anger issues. And you got the empathy card. And it's you like looking in this mirror and so empathetic and just, if you know what empathy means, you just take on other people's issues and problems as if they're your own. And it causes you to accept things that you probably shouldn't for your own development and your own self-love. So again, you got the Magician. In order to change that, you have every perfect ratio inside of you to do so. The Strength, the Magician, everything. I feel like this Five of Pentacles, though, is telling me that, I don't know, maybe you rely on this person financially, or they're down and out financially, which is holding you back. I don't know. Then we have your life is a canvas. Love this. Absolutely love this. Your life is a canvas. Think about that for a minute. No, just kidding. I'm not going to pause for a minute, but think about that. What is a canvas to an artist? It is a blank slate. It is something put in front of you that you have the ability to sit there and create. You have the ability to sit there with your paintbrushes and your colors and determine which color you want to put on that canvas, where you want to put it, how much you want to put it. You are the magician of that canvas, that blank slate. You can start over in your life over and over and over again and reinvent yourself. Isn't that amazing? Think about that. You can start over at any point in time in your life and reinvent who you are. If you feel like you're going down the wrong direction, if you feel like your life is filled with pain and this and that, you can change your canvas. Manifestation is a great way to do that. We talked about that earlier. We talked about that earlier, manifestation. That George, you haven't talked about George for months, but then 2 days after you bring up George and think, oh, I haven't talked to George, George shows up. That is manifestation. It happens in the smallest things and it happens in the biggest things. The next card you got is Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. If you take this card and you combine it with all these cards that we just got, share your song. Dive deep. Your life is a canvas. Creativity, accountability, manifestation. Empathetic, called, soul gifts, training. It's time to step it up. If you put all this together, it screams that you know that you have the ability to fix and change this situation, that you just have to do it. So I don't know if this is specific, but like I said earlier, I got a Sarah name. I don't know. I just go with my weird intuition on this. But Sarah's got a lot going on to think about. And I'm going to close this out because it got kind of personal. I didn't think it was going to go that way. Actually, let's look back on those romantic cards in the beginning. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring together. Manifestation. If you want to call in that soulmate, you better step it up. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Canvas. In order for that heart to sing with joy, you have to be in control of that canvas. You're the one that has to depict and paint what you want out of this situation of pain. It kind of sounds like, even though it's a specific story, it kind of sounds like 98% of the stories that I hear on the daily. Seriously, it's kind of scary. But I'm going to close that out. And I think those romantic cards in the beginning had a lot to do with that one. And I'm going to choose... I'm going to end this with... the visions of the soul. So I'm going to... the visions of the soul. Earlier we had don't forget the Metatron. We had the dream chakra, the crown chakra, the higher heart chakra, and the throat chakra. So I'm actually going to shuffle those back in. Mix them all up. Several times. All right, please give us a final message that we need for this reading. This one wanted to pop out and then it didn't, so I wanted to grab it. Yin Yang, divine union. Yin Yang goes back to the beginning of the very reading before it got super personal of balance. Which when we pulled all the chakras that you need to make sure are in alignment, because if they're not in alignment, you're not going to be functioning properly. Balance. All about balance. All right, give us the messages that we need. Oh. Spiritual power. 31. Spiritual power, 31. I just got chills because I don't really truly believe in coincidences, but my father passed 2 years ago, and his birthday is on March 31st, which is at the end of this month. And I've been thinking about him a lot, and this card represents spiritual power. So that's just for me a little confirmation that maybe he's hearing the things that I speak to him from beyond. And yeah, that's awesome. And even if you don't 100% believe in energy readings or believe in energy, it's not hurting anyone. It gives you some great decision-making skills. And these cards are not a game. They're used as a tool in order for you to help navigate through this crazy blank canvas life. So thanks for listening. And again, this is Kendra from KT Intuition, and spreading love and light. And don't forget, we all have the capability to feel our own intuition. Good night.